We are live. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big Boy Talk. I'm here with my main man, one of them, Mr. J the Six. Yeah, man, Ghost couldn't make it tonight. Maybe
I
he pops
appreciate
in
you.
if his schedule clears up. But
All right, I'm pretty sure you're still trying.
you know what I'm saying. He doing his thug dizzle. Y'all
Right.
were on last night. Had a phenomenal show. Y'all went what 3 hours? 2 hours? 3 hours last night?
2.5, some change. I don't know. Or let's keep it
Yeah.
count.
So, great show. So if
Thank
y'all
you. Thank
didn't
you.
catch that, that means you're not sub to my boy J the Six, and you should be. And if you
Appreciate it.
say his name and he appears, I
Nah.
believe in 86 ghosts.
What up, folks?
No, so I had to. I had to clap.
You had to hit the clap with it, right? Listen, timing couldn't be any better right there. That was amazing. We literally, I was literally just talking about you. You popped in right on cue.
You know the
So,
food comes first.
Yeah, no, I listen. Listen, I'm the big man in the group. I'm not gonna argue that. Okay, I'm not gonna argue that at all. So obviously you see the title, Baltimore Avengers. But before we get into that, how's y'all week, man? Like I said, y'all had a phenomenal show last night, 2.5 hours. Jay said y'all went. I was there for all of it. Great show. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did multiple drafts, including the Sorry Behind Giants. Like outside of streaming, I know you guys got a lot to do. So how is it? How are you guys scheduled these days? And how does it feel putting more time into the YouTube the way you guys have been? And y'all been holding it down, especially since I've been gone. So I'll start with you, Ghost. Adjusting your schedule, getting on here as much as you do. Big difference or no?
Not too much. A little bit easier than it should be, but I am flirting with retirement. You know how it be when it's cold outside. I ain't trying to do nothing.
Man, whatever.
It's cold outside. I'm trying to lay down and go to sleep.
Speaking of the cold, I'm about to get another 3 inches of snow tomorrow. I think it is.
What is this snow you speak of, sir?
Yeah, it's that white powder. You know what I'm saying? Not the one everybody be sniffing though.
Is it whiter than Jay's
Point that out.
Jay's co-host cup that he didn't get one for each of us? He got one with his whole initial on it, just left us hanging. I ain't got nothing to sip from.
I mean, if you don't go to Dollar Tree, get the same cup as me.
Listen, we don't have them perks you get, brother. You work, you get the perks. We don't get the perks.
Well, about that.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drop no bad news.
I mean, I don't take it as bad news. I mean,
It's good news. He has more time to edit videos.
true.
Sound good to me. You know what I'm saying? The main producer right there. I'm on the same boat right now. So, waiting for something to kick off. And as you can see, I'm in homeless man mode. Okay. So
Yolanda, how we doing?
when I get to a certain point in the winter, I let it grow and to keep me warm. I'll probably trim it down next week though.
I don't got those problems.
Yeah. I saw her stream earlier.
How you doing, Miss Yolanda?
Felt like I was catching a sermon.
Preach.
I gotta go back and watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But if you didn't see it, like the Invisible Collections plate, she was passing around, but she's gonna do it to a great cause for brother Nitro. No.
Yes, indeed. I heard YouTube did my boy dirty, and hopefully that gets reversed and he gets back flowing soon. That's another brother out here doing this thing. Funny too. So I hope he puts in the work. I see how much that man streams. And I'm telling you, I mean, he's putting out content every day, and then streaming every game. So he's, he does his morning streams as well. So, I wish the best for him. I hope everything goes back,
Absolutely.
goes back to normal, what was normal for him. and and apparently he's, you know, also dealing with a loss. So, condolences to him and his family. Um, hope, prayers to him. I hope everything, you know, comes back strong, and you keep his head up, because I know how tough it is. I know how tough it is. Um, so before we got into that, Jay, I was about to come to you. With you streaming more often and putting out more content, do you feel do you feel a changing in the tide? You feel things get a flow getting going? Are you starting to feel more like, yeah, I could do this more often?
Yeah, definitely. That with and then taking care of my other stuff that I got to take care of, but definitely I could put more time towards this now due to recent events. But it doesn't feel like it's a struggle. It just feels like in the midst of not I was born to do this, but I don't mind doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do have a small passion, for it. I definitely would like to see where can this take me, us, everybody that follows us, or is with us. I just know for me, hey, I just know I just gotta be more consistent. Like me learning my skills, the editing skills, the content, the stuff to talk about is there. It's just me.
Yeah, no, I hear that. You've been on, you as well as B. Y'all been on fire, man, and a part of me being able to get back on here whenever I'm healthy enough to do so, and get back to streaming or dropping a short here and there. A part of that has been because of watching what you guys have been doing. So big ups to you fellas for that, man. Obviously, we got Miss Yolanda putting in the work, Hendo putting in the work at the Rogue Pod, LBHT, Coach, and on Sip to Tally and more Sip to Tally. So with all the people, putting in the work, I think the two though that's really kind of said, hey Reg, all right, get back to doing what you're doing. That is watching you two and watching you guys grow and get better and better at what you do. I absolutely love it. So it's got me kind of getting back towards, doing what I got to do. Um, so I appreciate y'all for that, especially for holding it down while your boy's been down and out. Um, so yeah, thank y'all for that. One of the other things I want to talk about, Jay, big day for you, big week for you, with your awards and for the Panthers, and you got a player in the Hall of Fame, another Panther in the Hall of Fame. Um, I, I mean, you got to be elated right now.
Am I? But when I saw it's the fact that he was the first one that came out, I was like, I knew it was gonna happen. Especially if Patrick Willis in there. I know Luke Kuechly better get in there. But yeah, special last night at the NFL honors. Not only do we get another Panther into the Hall of Fame, we got another winner of the Rookie of the Year, first one since Cam Newton. Hopefully, good things to come, because when Cam won that Rookie of the Year, just good things just follow afterwards. Just good things. Super Bowl, MVP, Super Bowl berth and appearance. Sorry. Luke Kuechly got drafted the year afterwards, Defensive Player of the Year. So hopefully, if history gonna repeat itself, we're gonna get a defensive player. How you doing, baby? We're going to get a defensive player in this draft that's going to be the defensive rookie of the year, then defensive player of the year afterwards.
What's up, Chris and
How
K?
you doing, Kay?
Miss Chris, how we doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man, you boys are on the uprise, man. The
Also,
Panthers are going in the right direction.
the Charlotte Hornets, even though I'm not a fan, but still the Charlotte Hornets on an 8-game winning streak. It's crazy.
Yeah. So there you go. It's just it's about to be a good year for you. It's about to be a good year for
No,
you.
But shout out
I'm
to
just gonna say that
Mhm.
Chris and Reg was sick at the same time.
You right? Is it me or did he freeze? He froze too. Look, that comment sent him straight to the corner. he put himself on punishment.
You've been freezing on my stream, Red, so I don't know.
You've been freezing on mine too. So I don't know.
The computer needs a break. That's what it is.
I'm sure mine does. I've been working on it lately, so I'm sure mine needs a break between all the stuff I do, all the business stuff I do on here. So
the way Jay been showing and doing his happy dance, I'm surprised his ain't freeze.
No, that's Jay. Jay got that super internet. But enough for the Panthers for this second, because that is a team I believe is going to be, they're going to make a lot of noise next year. B, you see the title says Baltimore Avengers. How do you feel about this coaching staff, man? Like every time I see a new hire, it does nothing but put another smile on my face. These dudes are building a coaching staff to last and to make strides, whether it be with the players we have or new talent we bring in. I mean, this has got to be something that you've got to be happy about.
Man, it's bittersweet. It took 18 years. 18 years, like Kanye West said. Found out a child wasn't his.
18 years.
This is how coaching staffs are supposed to be built. Not, let me just call my homeboy and let me call this guy. Let me just call the guys who won't take my job. Like, this is a coaching staff supposed to be. I need the best that I can get at every position, whether I know them or not.
Yeah, it's funny because we talk about that and people outside of Baltimore kind of laughed at it, like, nah, he doesn't really do that. But then he gets to New York and he's doing the same thing. Hires Matt Nagy, calls up Greg Roman to bring him in. It's like he, but again, a lot of that has got to be his ego too, where he's like, I'm gonna show them, watch this. I mean, it is what it is. And then our division is gonna be very interesting next year. I thought I saw a thing that said Lamar text Todd and said congratulations on him getting the head coaching job over there in Cleveland. So, oh man, I'm gonna leave that comment alone. But yeah, so it's y'all gonna have to excuse me turning around too. I'm watching SmackDown at the same time. I don't have my other monitor hooked up. I've been doing a lot. My computer's been doing a lot of working and a lot of moving. So my setup isn't all the way set up.
Well, golly.
I don't even need that yet. Like that, you didn't even have to do that full response. You could have just said no kids here. That would have been fine. That'd have been fine.
God said, go, set forth and go multiply.
So, this coaching staff, what has been your favorite hire so far?
Well, my favorites, O-line and D-line, have been addressed.
Yes.
To the point where even Jorge's knock knees might actually be a decent backup.
I agree. I mean, the second half after you said Jorge's name. Um, I agree though. That offensive line hire was my favorite hire because he did a tremendous job with Atlanta's offensive line last year, and I want to see what he does, out here in Baltimore, and I'm hoping we help him by going out to get some better talent too. Go pick up some veterans in the free agency, pick up some good guys in the draft. It's a very good offensive line draft. I think it's a strong offensive line draft. To me, it is at least. Um, Again, I'm not a coach. All I do is watch these guys play. And from what I see when they play, I see a lot of talent there. Yes. So we agree on the coaching staff and our favorite hires on the coaching staff. How quickly of a turnaround do you expect out of the Ravens?
So with no coaching being what we got the last couple years, and let's say this coaching staff is at 30% optimal since it's their first year. I expect to win them 12 games that we should have won this year. Because we didn't win 12 games. So I wouldn't even say turn around. How quickly is the upgrade coming?
I
Because
can
the
agree with
turnaround
that.
is going 12-5 and then 9-7 and getting back to 12-5. We wasn't at 12-5 in the first place. We were below par.
You're right. But you know what? It's when I say turnaround, I guess I'm thinking more of a statistical turnaround. Especially as far as the defense goes. Um
I would say we're getting more of a start than a turnaround since it's a new regime and the last one was trash anyways.
yeah.
We didn't flip things when we were already good. We were down bad and decided the only way was up.
Yeah. I just feel like statistically I want to see a big bump on the defense. And then I want to see our wide receivers get some good numbers. And I know Bateman had a rough season. All of our receivers did really. But can we put more of the blame for that on the offensive line being terrible and Lamar not having time to throw? Because I think Bateman was due for another season like he had, where the man just led the team in touchdowns. He was
So
due.
for the most part, I don't think much of the stats overall went down. They went to different places. But I'll be honest, most of these guys were checked out because of the philosophy that was in the building. We know Bateman is temperamental. I don't think it was the plays that were called. I think it was just the way shit was dragging everybody down. Like these numbers went down, but then other guys' numbers went up. It's like, okay, we're going to do this for certain players like John does. I mean, they got mad at Likely because he threw a good riddance party when he heard John got fired. When your players
Hey,
are
I mean,
throwing a na yeah party on your behalf,
well, I guess that's gonna, hopefully that's not what decides whether Baltimore re-signs him or not because they need him. Realistically, they need him here because Mark Andrews is not the answer.
well,
I'm just
John
saying.
decided that when he gave Mark Andrews that Nepo contract because Mark Andrews had just got married.
Yeah.
Like you had paid the
Hopefully it
man
can be
enough over
used
his
as
career
trade
already.
bait. Hopefully it can be used as trade bait. Um, were you Urban?
Urban.
Listen, one of the hottest producers on YouTube, right here. Go check him out. If you don't, then you don't know what you're missing, man. I'm telling you. Go check my boy out ASAP.
He gave Purple Rain podcast a classic beat, one of them coach level beats.
As much as I want Likely back, I don't know if it will happen because we just extended Andrews. That's I said the same thing. But they need him back. They need him back, and hopefully that Andrews contract is just trade bait. To get him away, go to another team. They'll have him locked down for a few years. That's my hopes. Um, the best that's like that would be my best bet is to trade Andrews, and that way he's going for a few years. You bring back Likely, Kolar, and get another young guy out of the draft, and then you got your tight end room all set. But outside of that, um, not really sure what other things we could do as far as Mark Andrews goes. I'm not sure how much further we can expect him to take us because we know what he can't do in the playoffs.
Luckily, his contract is really a 1 year, and then by the 2026 is the only year he really gets paid. 2027 is, we probably know by now you're going to be a backup, the second or third option at tight end. You'll be more of a name than anything, and that third year on that thing is basically just trash. So I mean, like I said, it may be trade bait. It may be one of them things where it's like, hey, we got to sign you in case we got to tag Likely until we can give Likely a good extension next year. But the free agency tag date is coming up soon. So it's a matter of who are they going to franchise tag, because you can franchise tag one player, and even if you get a long-term deal worked out with that player, you cannot then go and franchise tag another player. So, I mean, it's kind of you have to figure out who you want to use that tag on, and most likely, you're gonna have to pick the player who you're farther away from getting a good contract with, which likely he's gonna expect some money based on his potential, what he's shown that he can do. And Linderbaum is going to expect it on, you see me every play. I touch the ball before the QB touches the ball. So if you're not going to pay me, then why pay anybody else? And franchise tagging is March 9th to 11th this year.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's worth franchise tagging. I mean, I'm at a point. I don't mind what would essentially be a complete rebuild. As far as you know, certain positions go, not the entire team. It's a little harder to rebuild an offensive line, but if you're telling me we can restack and you know rebuild our wide receiver room, or you know, but the thing is, again, we discussed. You said you think everybody was just checked out, and that's why Beat had a down year. That's why a lot of guys had a down year. So say this team turns around, and they are the play. We got the players we need already. Is there still?
If we tag somebody, it's going to be Likely. If we tag somebody, it's going to be Likely. Tagging Likely 16 million. Tagging Linderbaum's 28 million.
Yeah.
Bro, what you got going on, bro?
I thought Likely was an unrestricted free agent, so he is a restricted free agent.
I mean, even if you're an unrestricted free agent, you can still be tagged. No, go lay down. Go lay down. Unrestricted free agent means that yes, another team can try to sign you, but the Baltimore Ravens have options on trying to keep you. Unrestricted free agent means whoever gives you the most money, you can take it and go.
I don't see Likely getting tagged, man. I just don't. I don't. Urban feels the same way though. He thinks Likely will get tagged. I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying
it's,
if
I
it's
don't think
gonna
Likely's
be
going to get tagged.
if it's gonna be between the two of them, you're gonna tag Likely because it's 16 million. And if you try to tag Linderbaum, it's 28 million. That's a $12 million difference.
I know, and that was the whole problem with why they didn't give Linderbaum a contract in the first place, because they didn't want to, they didn't want to pay him what would essentially be left tackle money. But
Well, I mean, that's that 27.9 is the 1 year fully guaranteed. Plus, it's 125% of the top five in the, I believe, in the so the center and offensive linemen, the centers and guards are grouped together. So, I mean, the highest paid center is what, 25, 24, 25 million? So, yeah, I mean, I would pay both of them. I'd give Linderbaum his 22, 23 million dollars. Work, make that salary cap twerk like it's supposed to. And I give Likely his, 13, 14 million dollars with a signing bonus and make that cap twerk like it's supposed to.
so, according to what I'm seeing, Creed Humphrey is the highest paid center in the league, and his contract is $18 million a year. Um, it says a 4-year, $72 million deal with $50 million guaranteed. So yeah, I wouldn't mind making Linderbaum the highest paid center in the league. I don't see an issue with that.
All right, as I said, pay him his
Especially
20,
for 21,
22.
22 million.
Right. Pay him his money, work that cap like you supposed to. That's your job. That is your only job right now, sir. Protect the QB and make sure them contracts look right so we can get more people and draft the right people. That's your
No,
only job all year.
absolutely. And I've seen that Jesse Minter has it where in his contract where he does not have to go to EDC. He can go straight to Mr. Bashadi himself. So it's going to be a similar relationship to what just happened, but I think we got a smarter guy in the office now, and I think he's going to be willing to talk to EDC, and they figure things out as a unit. Whereas I think maybe Harv's kind of just took advantage of the friendship. It was like, oh, he'll agree with me. Let's just go with it. You know. Um, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 quick second.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, unrestricted free agent is kind of similar to what I was thinking it was, but I think
Yeah.
I think you pay Likely that $5 more million a year than you're paying Mark Andrews. Pay him the $5 more million a year. Because if you draft another guy, I don't unless that guy is Kyle Pitts, he's not gonna come in ready. He's not gonna come in with what you want him to be, what you want Likely to be, which likely could be this year if you put him on the field like you're supposed to. Hell, actually, yeah, you're paying Andrews $13 million a year. Give Likely that extra $3 million and shut the hell up. I will say another choice of words, but Miss Yolanda is here, so yeah, pay Likely that $3 more million and shut the hell up.
Yeah, it's he's worth the money. I mean, it's no
Yes,
ifs,
Jay,
ands, or buts
only
about
5
it.
million more. Only 5 million more, considering how many more touchdowns he has in the playoffs, which is probably about 4 or 5 more than Andrews has ever had his whole career. I'm just saying, don't ask me. Argue with your cousin.
Do we need to bring up Andrew's playoff numbers? I don't think we should have to.
And considering that likely has like 4 or 5 times the touchdowns, but we ain't gonna say that. And
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, the fact that the kid came in and he set the world on fire and quickly became prominent in what we do, and even became a playoff threat immediately, speaks volumes to what likely has meant for this team. It's just a matter of to me, I think it was dumb to extend Mark Andrews. I think they should have left Mark Andrews, let him hit free agency, see what his worth is. Some team would have overpaid for him, and you say fine and let him go, and you go ahead and get younger. Same
are you
thing
ready
goes
for these
for.
numbers, sir?
Go ahead. I'm ready. Let him rip.
Isaiah likely has produced 11 catches for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns in 4 games. And look, AI make sure to mention no fumbles. While Mark Andrews has 29 catches for 315 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 fumble. So half the
There you go.
games, twice the touchdowns, and about 58 to 62% of the yards.
That's exactly what he said. Hey, say the word when you're ready to jump back in. By the way, don't think you're just gonna fade into the background. Just stay there.
Yes, no turnovers. No drop passes in the end zone either.
Yeah, he's welcome back.
I'm just saying, likely said pass to Cavassier because he don't spill that yet.
He's been, and he's a playmaker, man.
Miss Shiloh
Probably our
back.
best playmaker. Yes, my missus is back in the building. He's probably the best playmaker we got, and it's almost I don't want to say it's sad, but it speaks to his athleticism. You know what I mean? His ability as a player, and I think he did rush back from his injury, and that aided in his slow season. But when you're a young guy, you do those things, you learn from them, and you continue to grow and get better. And that's what
I do
Likely's
have a
going to do.
question for you,
And hopefully, it's for Baltimore, though.
Reg,
Yes,
because you like to do the draft thing and the player comparisons. Now it's likely more Antonio Gates or Gonzalez.
That's a good question.
Too fluid to be Gronk, so
That's a good question.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm stuck in between. I feel like he's more Gates.
I think he's a little bit of both, in the sense of he has Tony's ability to make plays after the catch and get yak monster like you said, but then he has Gates' ability to get them contested jump balls. That one on one, I'm gonna make you look little. I'm gonna jump over you. I'm gonna catch you this, and you ain't gonna stop me. He has that. He has that Antonio Gates dog in him, and he has Tony Gonzalez kind of. I'm gonna catch the ball and I'm gonna make a move and I'm gonna make you miss. So I think I'm not saying he's a mixture of them at their full potential, but he has a little bit of talent that they both had in those certain spots. If I was gonna pick one guy to say he was like, or his skill set reminds me of, and I don't know if you'll agree with this, but it'll be Jeremy Shockey. Big guy, good speed.
That is more accurate.
You know what I'm saying? Big guy, good speed, run after the catch, and he's a dog. He'll get up and he'll leap and make that catch over you. That will be more my comparison for him. As far as off his ability, and I believe Mr. J is ready to join us.
And Jeremy Shockey did play for the Panthers for that 1 year, so yeah, I agree.
And y'all still ain't win a championship. Anyways,
Hey.
That's
He
what
didn't
you
piss me
get.
off.
like that.
All them Keith Lee memes, that's what you get. But I will
Don't
say,
do him
I
like
will
that.
say
Don't
one-
do him like that.
I'm gonna blame Likely for us losing that game in Buffalo.
Oh,
That Mark Andrews fumble, that was Mark Andrews feeling that pressure from that young buck, and he was trying to be. He's like, I can be like Likely too. Oh shit! There goes the ball.
You know what? I could actually see that being a problem, and you know what? Not only that, it went against everything Harbaugh stood for, right? Because
Raise the
Harbaugh was like,
pinky,
"Wait,
Jay. Raise the pinky."
Andrews is my guy." He was like, "Andrews is my guy. We're going to Andrews in the clutch. Forget everybody else."
only
And
thing Andrews knows how to do in the clutch is his clutches pearls. That's it.
yes, exactly. So that's yeah. I do think if Likely comes back, he's gonna get that number one spot, even with Andrews here, even with him being under, having a contract extension. I think Likely, if he comes back, he gets that number one tight end spot.
So just allocate
Well,
money to
that's
tight ends and no O line member, nothing.
Well, no,
Well,
like I said, I think Andrews is gonna be trade beat.
but that's what we've been saying is now once they even if it's not right away, once they get into camp and the OC and the offensive staff be like, why was he starting again? And you paid him more money? Nah, get him out of here for a 6th rounder. Like quite easily. This new staff is completely objective. They don't have a favorite. And I don't think that any of them have made it how far they've made it with saying, hey, that's my favorite guy. We're going to put him on the field. Harbaugh didn't make it anywhere with that. He actually went all downhill with that one. And that's the thing. I think this new staff is going to come in and see what they're going to see and be like, yeah, this is who's going to do this. This is who's going to do this. This is going to be your role. This is going to be your role. Because we ain't heard Bateman have no problems since the head coach got announced, since the OC got announced. He kind of shut up about any problems that he had with the team. And I ain't seen nothing from his Twitter, his Instagram, his Ask Me, MySpace, Facebook, whatever in the hell they had back in the day.
But Bateman can't really complain. Like, what was Bateman going to complain about? What?
Well, he put that tape out after they fired Harbaugh. He put that tape out when he got hacked, showing that he was burning the Ravens DBs in practice. But this is after Harbaugh got fired. So you should have sat your ass down and shut the hell up and wait for the new coach to come in.
All right, this is
like
talking about practice.
I was
Not the
burning
game.
them in practice but Harbaugh wouldn't let me play. Harbaugh gone.
Hell, Xavier Legette looked good in training camp. What did that I'm saying that ain't go to nothing.
Hold on, let's focus on this ladies chat real quick. What y'all about to talk about?
Yeah, no. I honestly, like I said, Jay, just to go back to what I was saying. I think Mark Andrews is trade bait now. So I think he gets traded. I think we use that money to pick up offensive line, or we trade him plus a pick for offensive line, or we trade him for more picks, whatever it is. Either way, I think it results in O-line coming to Baltimore, and this team ends up the Baltimore Avengers next year, man. I think they come out, they play with more enthusiasm, and more importantly, they play harder and smarter. All right. Yeah. because too many times during the season did we not see guys flying to the ball to go make tackles. Um, Now hopefully we could get back to that style of football, and we can be those guys again.
Who's gonna be your Hulk?
What?
Your Hulk.
That's Big Travis Jones. That's Big Travis Jones when he beating up on them offensive linemen.
Now I see Jay shaking his head and kind of looking around, and you moving like you either scratching your knee or you catching that Michael J. Fox. So I hope them nails is doing whatever they need to do. Just I don't want to hear no high pitched noise from you in the middle of the stream, and you kind of just lean to the side like you about to fall asleep. But anyway,
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not Emmanuel Ocho. No, when he would mess with old girl, I got the blanket covering his leg and everything. I never stopped.
Oh man, chill, chill.
But I'm need a clip of that, by the way. Anyway, but
Hey,
if you look at the stat from when Travis Jones had 1-on-1 versus when he was being double teamed, pause on plays. When he's head up 1-on-1 with the offensive lineman, his win rate is pretty damn good. Now they focus on him and say, "Hey, the defensive ends are not doing their job. We can focus on the nose tackle with the guard center guard combo." He's still stalemating a lot of those blocks.
Yeah, he is,
and keeping them where they are. But like we said, Sloquan's not doing his job. Well, Trent Simpson, when they put him in the right spot, he was getting to where he needed to get to. But it seemed like our linebackers were not getting to where they needed to get to. Like this man has 3 people trying to block him to make sure this run doesn't get stopped. And all Roquan has to do is trigger on the 3 gap, and he's shuffling his feet still.
Yeah, the reaction time was terrible.
Right, it's pushed outside of the tackle, and the edge rushers aren't playing proper run support.
Yeah, so our reaction time from our linebackers was terrible. And well, that's the thing, though, right? Because we've seen a major difference when Teddy Buchanan they're playing linebacker together. It looked good. Things flowed well. Teddy knew where to be. He was in the gaps. He's just slow. Teddy's slow. Again, I think I told you guys this before. He reminds me of Josh Bynes. He's a Josh Bynes type player. He's gonna know. He's smart. He's gonna know when to be there, where to be there. Where to be, how to get there. He's just not gonna get there fast. But he's gonna get there, and he'll make the plays. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna get smarter and smarter, like Bynes did. And he's next thing you know, he's gonna be in position before the ball gets there. And it's going to look like he's fast when he's not. I promise you, Josh Bynes, through his entire career, I don't think that man ever broke just to go to Madden. And you know how Madden is with people's speed. Madden will bump your speed up for the smallest thing. I swear to you, Uncle Bynes never cracked
74.
78, 76, 78. I don't think he touched the 78, 76. Uncle Bynes never cracked the 76. So I just don't know. But I think Teddy Buchanan can get there. He can play. Listen, I know you like Teddy. I know you like Teddy. I know you like Teddy. But he's slow. He's slow. He just don't have the speed. But he's a smart kid. And that's one of the things I didn't realize how smart he was or his knowledge of the game. And I had to go back and watch more college tape on him after we drafted him. And then throughout the season, I really started paying attention and watching him play. And I was like, this kid, he's got it. I was like, he's got it.
I was telling your boy Jay, he keep mentioning this cornerback. And I'm like, that's this year's KBK. I don't know if you've seen him yet, but
which cornerback?
It's this year's KBK.
Oh yeah, Davidson, Igbinosa out of Ohio State. No, that's my
Well, here's the
personal
thing.
favorite.
At this point, it's not so bad being KBK. He's been in the
I'm not
league
saying
every
it's
year.
bad.
He's progressed. He had 3 interceptions this past year, before he tore his ACL. So hopefully he comes back healthy. I wouldn't mind seeing him back in Baltimore. He's been showing me some improvement, and I can appreciate that.
I'm
But
just saying,
no, I
his
get what you're
description
saying
of
though.
him and your description of KBK, like it gives me that motherfucking that dream scene. We go back like I remember when Reg was talking about KB. Boy, I swear they sound they might be the same player, reinvigorated.
Give me the breakdown. Give me the breakdown, Jay. He's probably looking him up.
They still
Right
listen
now.
to music.
No, I think Jay's looking him up. So give me the breakdown.
I know, I'm just giving him a hard time. He over there doing that. Lean with it, rock with it.
Is he over 6 feet tall? Because I'm trying to think. I didn't
believe
really
he
pay
is.
attention to the Ohio State cornerbacks much.
Oh man, crazy.
I didn't. I know. I
The
just
Ohio
didn't.
State. I'm joking.
One mention of
Well,
KBK,
it's
Reg just
Ohio
goes off
State
track.
though. When have they ever really been known for like? You got to look at Ohio State for their defense more than their offense. Almost never.
Almost.
That's how you get a 2-hour stream. Mention KBK.
No, not at all. You still ain't gonna get a 2-hour stream out of me.
Actually, I didn't even mean to go over 2 hours yesterday, but just the conversation was so good. I could have myself.
I mean, once we figure this quarterback thing out, then I got one other topic me and you was talking about before the show, just to get Ghost opinion on it. Yeah, and then after that we get up out of here. I ain't got no plans of staying long, not tonight, dog.
Let me let Chris's favorite nephew back in the house.
Wait, y'all told me to look up Davidson Igbinosa stats.
Well, I'm looking for like give me the his play style, size. I mean, I'll take his stats too. Yeah,
I gotcha. All right. Well, before the NFL Combine, because that's where we're going to learn everything about measurements. But they have him listed at 6'2", 195. Senior. He is a very physical cornerback. In his past, he was flagged a lot, but he's cleaned up the technique. Still hands on. Yeah, see now PF grade, if you care about that, 79.3, and that is 85th out of 890 cornerbacks. So take that with what you will.
Yeah. I see what he means by it. Kind of reminded him of when I was talking about Caillou, because KBK coming out at 6 foot, 185, very physical corner is exactly what that was the first thing that was pointed out. Very physical corner, not that fast, but knows how to not get burnt, so to speak.
Yeah.
He knows how to avoid getting burnt. KBK did for the most part. In the pros, I think his situation has been mostly been, not being in a system that works for him. But if they'd have kept him in Baltimore, where they have our corners 1-on-1 with the safety help over the top most of the time, I think he would have worked out great here. But it wasn't meant to be, because Mr. Harbaugh thought he would be able to cut him and then get him back on the practice squad. Then it didn't work out. But yeah, man, put me a 6'2" corner out there. I'm a happy man.
As I'm saying,
these receivers are getting bigger and bigger. So give me a big corner. I'm good.
And that's why in my Raiders mock drafts, I'd be trying to select them to y'all. I'm trying to speak it into into the world. So the NFL guys can go ahead and do y'all that favor.
Also need my boy Sky Bell. Sky Bell out of UConn.
That'd be great.
Come on to Baltimore.
Look, between him and Chris Bell, I really think those two can have the chance to be picked like on day 2 or day 3, but still end up being a number 1, especially if they go to your team.
Yes.
Don't forget about Stringer Bell.
Skyler Bell can do a little bit of everything as wide receiver. And I like that. You know, you can play him on the outside, play him in the slot. He's quick. You can run the trick plays with him. So he's like, to me, he's not over 6 feet tall, but he's more versatile than even Zay Flowers.
Oh yeah, hold up. By the way, Kyle Bukele ran a 4.52 40-yard dash, 10-11 broad jump, 36 vertical jump, and had a 1.49 10-yard split.
Yep. And that 40 is what made a lot of teams say, "Oh no, no."
Smell burnt chicken over there.
Yeah, but he's shown that he ain't got to be fast to be a great corner or a good corner.
Yeah, like Harrison Smith, Eric Weddle. No, wasn't. I mean, even though they were safeties, but still.
But Eric Weddle, a lot of his he was fast when he first came out. He was slow towards the end of his career, but he knew where to be.
He knew where to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said with KBK, as long as he continues to develop, you know, I'll enjoy watching him play because he is that old school, physical man press corner. I like that, or he could play off, which he does a lot of, especially for the Raiders. He can play off and be a zone cover corner, so he can do a little bit of everything. I just feel like his strength is man coverage. So real quick,
still our viewers.
We'll touch base on this real quick. And Mr. Ghost, we'll get you in on this. Me and Jay was talking before the stream. And you know, we talk a little bit of everything on this channel. And y'all know we got a lot of Marvels to talk about, by the way. A lot. I don't know if y'all watched Wonder Man yet.
Not yet, but I have the time. I will.
It's a spotlight series. Wonder Man. So I'm gonna give you a heads up now. It's a spotlight series, much like Echo was. Echo was a spotlight series, you know. So it's basically
he started off bad with that one.
Yeah, no, but it was all about. I think the reason people didn't like Echo was because it wasn't enough action and stuff like that. It's about the backstory of the character.
Man, ain't nobody care about the damn backstory.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to include more characters because they got plans for Echo down the road.
That's cool,
they got plans for Wonder Man down the road, so they want you to learn the backstory of the character.
Be talk about a generation who I ain't gonna say all, but majority. It's not majority don't read books. They want the cliff notes.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's what these shows are supposed to be, though. They're supposed to be. That's why they're only a couple episodes long. I feel this was better than Echo.
Yes,
I feel it was more entertaining.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to be better than Echo. It's not that hard.
It's not, but I feel like this was a bit more interesting.
Yeah, the anime that Megan Thee Stallion that's about coming out soon. It's probably gonna be better than Echo.
No, I can't do that. I can't say that. I can't say that. The disrespect has to stop somewhere. That's the line right there for me.
It wasn't about the action in Echo. Like if you look at how Daredevil was this last season, even if they didn't have fight scenes in Daredevil, it was more entertaining. Like there was more for you to actually delve into. Like I think what the first 2 episodes he didn't really fight. Like they had the one where they showed what Bullseye did really, but that wasn't even really like 2 minutes. That's the difference, though. Of the episode.
Yeah, that's the difference between the type of series, though. Like even if you go look back at how did I forget his name and I talk about him all the time? Moon Knight.
Hmm.
You go back to the Moon Knight series. That's been my favorite series thus far, and his his series was entertaining even when there wasn't fight scenes. But there's reasons for that. With those series, they were telling an overall story and continuing a story arc, and there was more things to add to have into it. Whereas if you look at Echo, you look at Wonder Man, it's a spotlight series. So everything they're talking about is literally pertaining to that one person. And that's what it's a slower series. That's how they're breaking down those characters. Now, why they chose to completely break down Echo, I'm assuming she's gonna have some use in the future.
I mean, I'm cool with the
Outside of
slower.
that,
It's
she
just
didn't really have to.
the writing was boring on Echo, and that was the biggest problem. Is that the way that it was written, it was just like, is this really what y'all want to do?
Yeah, I think you'll find Wonder Man to be interesting. It's not again, it's not up there with the
I
other
mean,
shows, but it is
based
a
on his
spotlight.
character and what he has to do, like I'm already more interested. When it comes to Echo, it was too much filler stuff. Like, oh, she's walking around this small reservation town. Okay, I just wasted 5 minutes looking at the town from a drone shot because you want me to see that the town's not that big, but it's spread out. Like that 5 minutes of drone shot was pointless. Like she could have had a conversation with somebody in the town that actually lets you know certain things. Like, yeah, it was what was it, a six episode
You gotta remember too
thing?
though. Echo Echo was one that was tough to write for because she was deaf. She was deaf,
Right.
so
But I'm
that played a
saying,
lot into the show.
but you me seeing a drone shot of the water tower that's no longer used, and this is how far she has to walk to the train yard. That didn't actually serve a purpose for like it's like that could have been a 15-20 second shot. They make it a minute because they want to show her walking along the ground currently and then how far it is. Like it was a 6 episode series, but they could have covered the same amount of stuff in about 4.5 episodes. It's just like it's too much wasted time where it's just like we don't have anything to go here. So we're gonna use some B-roll footage. Oh, you Disney. We don't want B-roll footage. We want we want information or something that actually helps us understand what's going on.
A lot of that has to do, like you said, with the writers. That's on the writers to figure that out, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
they
the
just
writers
couldn't.
ruined it because
But I'll say
the character's not bad. The character's
this
not a
one
bad
was
character.
good. This one was a good spotlight series. I like the character work. I actually love the character work in this one. Um, it
Sir,
gets you, huh?
your Baltimore Ravens are hiring Zach Grossi as tight ends coach. He was the pass game coordinator with Denver.
Breaking news, huh?
He's part of the Avengers C team.
Breaking freaking news, huh? Crazy.
That's what Killer Cam just dropped in the Central Discord.
Well, y'all heard it here first.
They ranked 10th in the NFL in total offense this year.
Expected to be hired.
In other words, we just need to know how much we
As the
want to pay
tight
you.
ends
How much
coach. He's expected
right?
to
How
be
much was
hired as
they
the tight
paying you
ends
so we,
coach.
we can pay you a couple 100,000 more?
I mean, so you're talking about going from pass game coordinator to a position coach. I don't know how much of an upgrade that is, but he's Jesse, I don't know who Mike is. I don't know what Mike is cooking, but Jesse Mentor is he's lighting it up right now, and he's putting a staff together,
I
a
mean, he
hell
is
of a
a.
staff.
I mean, he is a former Chargers, DC. So lining up is a kind of understatement.
Oh, here we go. You had to put it on that. Okay, all right, Jay. I'll
What?
give you that one, Jay.
Dad jokes. I give you that one.
I'll give you that one, Jay.
No,
Nah,
Jay's so young.
hey,
you
Urban,
forget your
I know you
dad's-
meant Jesse. Yeah, just to go back. So there you go. Breaking news. We got another talented coach coming into Baltimore.
Too bad
And
he's not going to be coaching likely.
the Baltimore Avengers, man. I'm hoping, I'm banking on Lightly coming back and Mark Andrews being traded. I
Well,
got a feeling that's what's gonna happen.
I believe when I see it.
I really think that the way they're building this staff is so that the players are like, look, just give us 1 year, bro. We gonna show you something.
So yeah, listen, we'll when y'all are done with that series, we'll drop a show. Just talking about that series, and I'll rewatch it and everything, just to be sure about fresh on what I'm talking about.
It's 6
But
episodes,
we'll
right?
definitely do that. I believe it was. I want to say it was 7.
All the same.
But it was good though. It was good though. It's crazy. The reason I love the character work is because the way it's set up. I don't want to give anything away here. You're in one character. You're really looking at 2 characters in one, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I love the way they did it. I just can't wait for you guys to go ahead and watch it. But on the last subject we wanted to touch real quick, Mr. J brought something to my attention that I would love to see. T.I. versus 50 Cent in a versus battle. Me and Jay kind of talked about it a little bit, gave our opinions. Ghost, I need to know your opinion. What you would think about that? A T.I. versus 50.
I think it would too easily go to T.I. I mean, 50 going to be able to compete and hang well because he has those features. And he has joints that he wrote for other people. So he'd be able to compete there. But if they were just like, this has to be your song that you either did on your own or you featured people. T.I.'s trap music album is going to bring him 4 songs already. Just that alone is 4 songs. Then you have the ones with PSC that he did, the compilations with PSC. You have the 2 compilations that he did with his own label. You have the songs he did with Young Dro. Like, I like 50, but I think it's at least 65-35 as far as who's going to win on that. Like, even if T.I. just said, I'm just going to do my songs in order of when I dropped them, and 50 could try and put it how he wants. He has the G Unit Beg for Mercy album, his first 2 albums, half of his 3rd album, and he'd have to use the songs that he wrote for Game, or the songs that he wrote for I forgot, Olivia.
I think people forget how deep 50 catalog is, because it goes beyond, and you see this in a lot of versus battles. It goes beyond just the stuff they dropped out. If you get into the mixtapes and everything else that he put out, 50, I mean, 90% of the people 50 will blow out the water with a lot of the mixtape stuff he dropped on there. And I'm not talking about the stuff where he remixed other people's stuff on their beats. I'm talking about his own beats and mixtapes they were dropping. I told Jay I think 50 could actually win that. And I like T.I.
I understand what you're saying, but versus is this exact song versus this exact song. And the
Yeah,
mixtapes, yeah,
I
50
think I
turned
think
up on
for
the
me, I think
mixtape
50's
and
right
that
there.
got him
Even
an album. But even Lil Wayne, if Lil Wayne put something out from his mixtape, most people ain't gonna know his goddamn mixtape shit. So Louisiana, you could probably say 73% of the songs on Louisiana could have been an actual CD that would have dropped and went multi-platinum. But
At
because
least
most people didn't know what that piff was, I play a song now. Like the story of Kendrick Lamar's dad and Top. When Top first came to when Kendrick Lamar's dad first got that job at the I think it was Taco Bell or something. And Top and his boys used to rob that joint all the time. So, Kendrick Lamar's dad just happened to be like, look, I give y'all some free food, we'll be good. Like that song is damn good as far as storytelling and shit, but most people don't even fucking know it. Like Kendrick Lamar hit that song right now. If he had put that song out during the Super Bowl, 90% of people be like, what's the worst of this song? So when you're talking about like the
people in the
when you're
stands
talking about what you're talking
play
about,
not like us.
right? So you talking about a versus, you're trying to say this song, what song is going to be what song? And when it comes to them joints
here's
that
my thing.
everybody's going to know, T.I. has more of those.
Here's my thing, right? The people who are watching versus are hip hop heads. The people who are the fans of Ti and
I wouldn't say that because when
right?
you have the
I,
older acts like Bone Thugs and Harmony, most
Oh,
people were
Lord.
like, right, most people were like, what's going on? So they're not hip hop
yeah, but
heads.
that's
They're
most people.
what
That's how most people are when Bone Thugs perform anywhere. You can barely understand them. You can
then I'm
barely
talking about
understand them.
even with 3 6 Mafia, most people didn't even know the songs. They were just kind of
But
like 3 6 Mafia had to pull out the joint that he did with that Juicy J did with what's her name? Little Barbie girl.
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
The
wouldn't know a
Shooting
lot of
Star
3 6
Magic Star.
Mafia shit.
Right.
Excuse my
So
language,
I
but
mean a lot
I
of
wouldn't
people
know a lot of 3 6 Mafia. So and I like hip hop. I'm in the like I was into hip hop back in the day, like that. And I wouldn't know. You pull out some 3 6 Mafia, I'm like, I might know a song or two. But you pull
Man,
out 50, it's a
you,
bunch of stuff I'm gonna know.
man,
First
you better
off,
not let Hendo hear that.
you are going to know.
I think you're
We're not
underestimating.
talking about the better artist. We're talking about the guy who's going to win this particular style of event.
No, I
Now,
get that. But what I'm
if you
saying
put
is
the careers against each
I think
other
you're
head for head,
underestimating. I think you're underestimating
how dumb humans
exactly
are.
what 50, especially Get Rich or Die Trying, still
I'm not
regarded as one of the
underestimating.
greatest albums
You're missing it. You're
dropped
missing it.
ever.
You're talking right past me. I'm not talking about 50 Cent himself. I'm talking about how stupid the human population is that would not understand the gravity of music that he's put out. These are the same
Oh no, I
idiots
get
who
that.
will tell
I get
you
that.
that we're not listening to no R. Kelly music, and then they say, Alexa, play everything that doesn't have R. Kelly in it, and they got 5 songs to listen to from their playlist all of a sudden, and they sit and go, what's the rest of the songs? R. Kelly composed this. R. Kelly played the violin on this. R. Kelly wrote the whole entire song. R. Kelly's doing the background vocals. So wait, you mean out of the 90 songs that I listen to, only 5 of them don't have anything to do with R. Kelly? Well, shit. We
Oh
talk about
no,
them type of people.
I understand that. I understand that. But I'm thinking in my mind, Get
Comparatively,
Rich or
they are
Die
very
Trying even
close.
reach those people. In my mind, that album was so good that even those
Yes, but
people, like I
after
get,
that album,
I'm getting like, yeah, but that's I'm saying you start off there, and I think that one album competes with more than half of Ti stuff, and then you still get stuff he put out after that people still know. I'm I'm not saying Ti can't win. I'm saying I think it's closer than just Ti wins. I think it's closer than a 60, 65-35. I think it's more of a 50-50 or a 45-55. if anything, in either direction. I
I
don't think
I
50 blows Ti
I
out.
would
I don't think Ti
I give
blows
you
50 out. I think it's
53-40.
close.
I would give you 53-47. But we're talking about this is like the election. This is electoral college, popular vote. Yeah,
But
you
we're
can win
talking
the
about
popular vote,
yeah,
but
but
the
you
electoral college is
so
going to
here's the
determine the
thing.
president.
Here's the thing though. I'm asking you who you think would win. Like you for you. I don't care about all the dumb people. I'm asking who you would think would win. Like in your mind. That's what I'm saying. Like so for me, when I say I think 50 will win, that's me saying I think looking at his catalog, me, and looking at Ti catalog, I think I'm gonna lean more towards 50. Jay, I
The
think
top
Jay said
20
he Ti.
top 20 songs versus top 20 songs, I would take Ti.
So
And I wouldn't
there
say
you go.
it would be by much, but it would also be your so when you're so how they really determine the verses is you have your songs in alignment and it's this song versus this song. So if you shuffle it a certain way, anybody's
No,
gonna
I
between the
got you.
two of
I
them,
got
either
you.
of them's gonna win. But if you're just saying, okay, I'm gonna take my top 20 favorite Ti songs, and like even for me, there's about 7 or 8 Ti songs that sometimes I play for people and they're like, when did this come out? I'm like, bro, this was on his second or third album. Like, if you play Be Easy for most people now, I played that for my niece, and she was like, oh, yeah, I remember you used to play this song, but I never knew the name of it. I'm like, nigga, how do you remember even me playing that? Like, you were like 4.
Yeah. So here's the
But most
crazy
people
thing.
don't know what Be Easy is.
Here's the crazy
Most people
thing.
don't know.
I think 50 would end up having the most recognizable song in the whole verses. Eh,
I mean, he
Whether
would.
it be PIMP or
Candy Shop.
there's about Candy Shop. There's about 3 or 4 songs on the first album alone, on Get Rich or Die Trying alone, that would be, you know, Wankster. I mean, there's so many that would be just recognized. That's why I took 50 for me, because you put on 50 is undeniable for me. A
To
lot of
me, there's a
Ti
lot of
a lot of Ti for me goes in one area out the other. But that's why I'm speaking from my standpoint alone. And Ti nice, by the way. There's no. I don't want anybody to think I'm disrespecting Ti. I like Ti.
to me, I like more Ti's. It's probably like 3 or 4 more Ti songs that I prefer over 50. But like I said the whole, you know, the whole first album was like, oh hell yeah. Then on the Massacre, it was like 4 or 5 songs, and then I forgot what the G Unit compilation was good, was pretty good to me. The first one, Beg for Mercy, and his third album had like 3 or 4 songs that I really mess with. But like I said, if you take out the songs that he wrote for people that people wouldn't even realize that he wrote for him, like he wrote for them, like he basically wrote the
She talking
game's
about my
whole
take.
album.
She talking about my take. Urban. Sorry about that, Ghost.
Wow. So, but if you're talking about like, okay, we're gonna take out the game songs because nobody knew that he basically wrote the game's album for the most part. Like people are like, oh, that's the game song. Like, actually, no, 50 wrote like 75% of that song. The game helped him with the hook and a little bit of his own verse. But for the most part, Game's album was 50's album. Like it's certain
And,
stuff that people aren't gonna understand.
so the other thing that happens here is location, right? Location, location, location. So a lot of times outside of people that are hardcore hip hop heads, where you are is the music that you lean towards. So like you anywhere in the South, Ti. You anywhere in the North, you, you know, especially Northeast, 50. That's especially being Connecticut. He lived out here in Connecticut, so that's all we heard, concerts. But being that I liked hip hop, I still listen to West Coast music. I still listen to, you know what I'm saying, Midwest, South, so but my preferred style of music, y'all know this by now. I have a preferred if I'm listening to hip hop, I have a preference. And y'all already know because I know King Los is my favorite rapper. So y'all know I have a preference when it comes to my hip hop. I like Nas.
Technically, Baltimore's the South.
Well, no, I'm just saying my preference in my style of hip hop that I listen to.
I know I'm messing with you.
Is it's a particular style, and I've always been that way. And like I said, like Ti, I never say he was trash. You've never heard me say it. I never will say it. But I can honestly say I'd listen to Dro more than I would Ti. For me, I like Young Dro.
I mean, it's hard to argue because I be fucking with Dro.
You know what I'm saying? I rock with Dro. I love Dro stuff.
Dro is like the source of rap. He's the southern version of E40 as far as I'm concerned when it comes to rap.
Yo, it is crazy. And I listen to Dro, and I don't care what anybody says. Every song that Dro and Ti got together, Dro had the better verse. Y'all could quote me on that. It's just how it is.
I'm about to say somebody clip that for the future.
That ain't I verse, yeah, he definitely like Dro killed that ain't I verse. Every time I be like, God damn, like what did y'all give Dro?
Yeah, it's again, everything with music is preference. That's why I never get mad at anybody's opinion. I love when people could go against my opinion because it helps me, it helps me grow. It makes me open my ear up more to stuff that I haven't heard. Top 5 rappers list. That's a tough one. It's hard to narrow it down to 5. But
now I will ask you this: with the same competitors, who y'all got in the Jonah contest? 50 or Ti? Because as soon as you said them two, I'm like, if he says Petty,
yeah, about to say 50
or
Petty.
If he says Petty or Jonas, like I don't know which way I'm gonna go. Nah, but I mean, Petty can
nah, 50 got that, bro.
Yeah, he got that all the way.
50 got that.
Over 9,000.
Right. If you just said Petty is 50, but if you talking about like going on somebody, like talking their clothes, talking shit, like I don't know. Ti might have it, I might just be partial because it's
50
South, but
dumb petty. 50 petty as hell.
But when it comes to talking shit, I think Ti got 50 on the ropes.
So all right, so Urban asked for our top 5 rappers list. Jay, we'll start with you, or you need time. You need time, Jay?
I think you said top 5. That should be
your top 5.
Killer Mike, 3 Stacks, Andre 3000.
I'm about to say, if I don't hear what I need to hear, Jay, you're fired.
You said personal taste only, too. Personal taste only.
This is my personal taste.
So basically, not even off of what they've done in their careers, just off of what you. If I had to choose 5 people to listen to, this is my 5.
Yeah, Killer Mike, 3 Stacks. Of course, got to go J. Cole. That I want to listen to. I grew up on Lil Wayne. Got to put him in there. Not last year's Lil Wayne. I can't do 2025 Lil Wayne. Can't do it.
A little way before the link.
Yeah. Now the mixtape Lil Wayne, the Carters, before the 6 Lil Wayne, I could do it.
You mean when his dreads were still healthy?
Lil Wayne was healthy
He said
His
his
at all.
dreads.
No, I'm saying Lil Wayne was healthy at all.
Oh, shoot. Y'all leave that man alone.
Yeah,
They'll leave that man alone.
Before the crack dreads.
Oh Lord. And I'll say younger Kendrick, especially when he dropped Section 80. Not before
Okay.
not like before all of this. Not like us, but when the rigor mortis was on the playlist. Heavy.
Okay. B, what about you? Your top 5.
Well, first I got to go with Method Man because that was probably my first favorite solo rapper. Currently, number 1 is 3 Stacks, quite easily. I got to get Killer Mike on there.
Thank you.
I take Big Crit.
I love him too.
Damn.
I was saying it's hard. That's how to think. I'm like, damn. I like a lot of people.
Because I'm trying not to get this wrong. Because I be listening to a fuck ton of music.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, man. That's what I got to think about it. I can't be rushed on this one.
I don't even know who's the 5th, honestly. I don't know who my 5th rap, who my 5th favorite rapper would be. I mean, lower known, I can say Pastor Troy.
I know Luda back in the day.
Yeah, I mean shit. Give me Dro.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Rakim. Oh yeah, Rakim is a good one.
No,
Nice.
take off Dro.
Yeah, Rakim was something serious.
Take off. I fucked with Takeoff. Takeoff was the only reason I didn't even give the Migos a chance.
Take off.
All right. So for me,
mercy peace, my boy. Damn.
Off the rip, King Los. I can listen to his shit all day, every day. King Los.
Price on Sunday?
Yes. All day, every day. Give me 2. You want to give me damn.
As I was saying, this is like the one I really gotta like.
I'm trying to narrow it down as I go.
Right. Like, dang, this is on the spot question. I don't know if it can be.
Give me Akeem Ali.
Okay.
Give me Akeem Ali.
You see, I didn't even think about him, but honestly, he got left for Takeoff anyways.
Give me Akeem Ali. I've never seen a smoother rapper with bars than Akeem Ali. So give me Akeem Ali. Give me 3 Stacks. I can listen to 3 Stacks anytime. Okay. He's another one. Smooth one. That matter of fact, Akeem Ali reminds me of 3 Stacks. That's 3 right there.
I think I give Bun B the 6-man award though.
Listen, I like storytelling too. So if I'm gonna put a storyteller up there,
I mean, for me, like storytelling, recently, hopefully I'm getting his name right. Jordan Lucas.
That's what I was about to say. Jordan Lucas. I love Jordan Lucas' storytelling ability. But it would be out of him or Eminem for me.
3 6 Mafia would be the whole top 5. He said your favorite rapper. He named the group that had 8 members.
And then 5.
I mean, also honorable mention a tad bit when it was on Tony's Story, Meek Mill.
5. I'd have to give it to, and this is where it gets difficult. 5 is difficult because going back to what I grew up listening to, like I said, I always had 50 playing. I always had, and then go into the classic stuff I used to listen to.
Hmm.
I really want to go back, but the first, I want to say the first rapper I really ever was like, yo, this shit right here,
Hmm.
I could listen to all the time. Probably be Tupac. I probably had to give Tupac in my top five, man. Because, and it wasn't even with Tupac. It wasn't even about the bars. It was about what the music was about. The rest of, you notice a lot of the rest of my guys up there is it's about their bars, except for Jordan. I mean, Jordan got bars too, but it's more about his storytelling.
So
But
you left Eminem
it's
off. You gonna say bars?
Tupac. Tupac is, you know, well, it's tough for me between Eminem and Joyner. I think, I think with Joyner, I think his ability to tell a story and keep you engaged in it as hip hop was a little better than what Eminem did. And I love Eminem. I think Eminem. I'm not saying he's a better artist than Eminem. I'm saying his storytelling was it's just. And I think Eminem even came out and said like his ability, Joyner's ability to keep you engaged while telling his story is next level.
Hmm.
And it's just that's where I'm at with it. That's why I chose Joyner. Um, but it'd have been tougher for me if I went further and further into older hip hop because then I get into Cube. But if you get into Ice Cube, you gotta get into NWA, and we're really talking about solo rap artists. So that's kind of what changed. That changed my top five a bit when it was like solo rap. I love Kendrick as well. Kendrick didn't make the list. I love Kendrick. I love J. Cole. Um,
I was,
Luda.
I was about
I
to
listened
say,
to a lot of Luda. Growing up, I listened to a lot of Luda, actually. Damn, I didn't even think. I listened
I
to a
told
lot of
you.
Luda growing up. Yeah, I listened to a lot of Luda growing up. Um, I had a playlist. I had a playlist that was 50, Luda, and M. 50, Luda, M. And there might have been one
Anderson,
other artist on there.
I like
And
Anderson Paak.
You know,
I used to just let it
I
rock.
always gotta return fire. Just so you know,
I
Urban.
like Anderson Pack too.
I gotta return fire at all times. Being
Hmm.
a producer, who are your top 5 producers that influence you?
Who? Oh, the producers.
I asked Urban.
Urban, you that's a question
I'm
for
about to
you.
say, hey
Uh,
Jay, if you a
That's a
producer,
question
you
for
gotta
you,
let me
Urban.
know.
You're a producer. Who are your top five producers? He said your top five producers
the
that
producer that comes to
influenced
mind.
you.
Yeah, the first producer that comes to mind, hands down, Timberland.
Timberland was he was that dude.
Man, he like ain't gonna
He
let back
really
in the day.
was.
He couldn't miss. He couldn't miss.
Yeah, yeah. Timberland. Yeah,
I gotta give A1s to RZA though.
But also, not producer, but I can't. I like throw out like as a rapper. No Wale. I know a lot people don't really mess with his flow, but no, I like it.
When it comes to an R&B crossover, boy, he can't be stopped. You put an R&B artist on his song, that shit going on the radio.
It's like Wale, and who else is like that too? K Camp.
yes. K Camp. Yeah, I listen to him too. Yeah, I listen to him too. Um, them R&B crossovers, man. He yo, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
I was saying, but you go through my playlist, bro. It's gonna take you some time. It's definitely gonna take you some time.
Oh, and real quick, you brought up Timberland as a producer. What about Dre? What about Dre? I mean, we can't leave Dr. Dre out of there.
But Eminem already say, you can't forget about Dre.
Exactly.
Pretty little Wale song, chain music.
They trying to figure out
for
he
an
ever
hour
heard
and
it.
a half. We've been here for an hour and a half. Urban, get that list together and make sure you put that thing in the Discord, because we're gonna continue this conversation in Discord.
Definitely.
Because I think one show we are gonna get into our top 5 R&B artists. I would like to hear y'all.
That's not fair either. Damn.
I would love to hear y'all top 5 R&B
Urban,
artists.
Urban said, "Don't play with him. Don't play with Urban. He out here." Talking about
Then he came back quick. Q-Tip, Kanye, Missy, Pharrell,
you got
Soundwave. Okay.
Pharrell, yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay, I like
I'm applying pressure to people.
He said, "Look, I'm a student of the game. I already had it ready. I already had it, in the palm of my hand."
Urban was like, "I was ready for that. I knew somebody was gonna
in the Discord. We need a content creator channel in the Discord, and Jay been playing around.
What you mean? Why I gotta do it?
Because you run the Discord. I mean,
no, I don't. I don't. Well, I don't know if I do, but
yeah, you're the admin of the
executive
Discord.
producer here.
I thought we all had equal power.
It only allows you to do one person, and because you were going to do the icon, I sent it over to you.
So I didn't know that.
So yeah, everybody get y'all top 5 R&B singers. Get y'all list together. We'll talk about it in the Discord. We got to get that in there. The top 5 R&B singers. And hey, maybe
hold on.
Top 5 groups.
Why we don't like Timberland the person? That's what I want to know. What did Timberland do?
We'll pick up on that in the Discord. We're gonna get out of here. It's been an hour and a half. I thank everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all. Fellas, I thank y'all for coming through. It's been a great show as usual. We can run through this. I think everybody already knows, but we're gonna run through this because it's the right thing to do. Also, everybody, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure you share. We continue to grow the family. And B, I will do my best to find time to cut this up into shorts. I know you're gonna yell at me about it when we get out of here.
Hey, there we go.
If you would remember your Opus name, considering we about to get 600 more damn minutes in by tomorrow, and me and Jay can't keep up with 1,000 minutes.
I'm trying, bro. I promise you, I'm trying.
You know what? I'm gonna drop it into the Opus, and then all you gotta do is go share it when you're ready,
or just pick the one that you like.
So listen, Jay. I think we all know the answer, but let the people know where they can find you and maybe any projects you may be working on.
I guess, but 36 on everything that I do. That's YouTube, that's Twitch. I'm gonna get back on that, I promise. Just give me some time. TikTok, I definitely gotta show my love to over there. But TikTok is more for my shorts, my funnier videos. Projects I'm working on. I'm in collaborations with the Miss Tierra, Davon's wife, of getting me a custom hoodie made with my logo on it. So definitely can't wait for that to debut that. Go follow her, by the way. Her work is phenomenal. Her Wednesday lives are funny, phenomenal, informative. Videos that I'm working on at the moment. I'm working on a short cartoon related. I might do a series where I talk about some of my favorite, some scenes from my favorite cartoons. Me talking, mess, or just being funny. So, I'm just throwing it out there. It may work, it may not. It's an idea.
I dig it. You always come with the great content. as well as you, Mr. Ghost. You want to tell people where they can find you?
Shit. A6ghost.com, A6ghost on YouTube, A6ghost Basil on X. Yeah. And Ghostman INC on TikTok. I think that's it. That cover the world.
Okay. Y'all heard the man he's working on TikTok.
Oh, and
You know what I'm
A6
saying?
Ghost on Facebook.
And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm ashamed, man. It's only one place y'all can find me. It's right here. All right. It's right here whenever I decide to appear. All right.
Man, call himself a rare Pokemon out this motherfucker.
If I can get back to consistency with every Friday, then I will. But until then, say his name and he appears. I believe in your Hendrix.